Hey, welcome back everybody to a little more Skyrim. And of course we are in Windhelm right now. We've got Rogod with us, we've got I don't know, we've got the town drunk behind us, slamming back yet another tankard full of mead. Anyway, what are we gonna do this episode? I think we'll go and meet up with Ulfric at long last. Between episodes I did a little bit of crafting, finished up my buying and selling. I could take a quick look. I think what I've done, basically, I'm trying to remember because it's actually been a few days. I kind of wrapped all that work up, and then just haven't played in a couple of days. So actually, I've done a little bit. I have this Goblin War Axe. I now have it equipped. I think it looks better as far as, you know, that's something that a hunter would carry, you know. So I like the look of it. I think it's probably the hawk feathers or whatever those are supposed to be that are on the tail end of it that really makes it look like a, you know, like a hunter's tool. And the other thing I did, what did I do? I improved this skull armor, as I would imagine I'm probably going to be donning that for a while now. You know, it seems to offer a fair amount of protection against the cold. At least it allows me to maneuver the countryside, you know, without having to stop and build a fire, just to survive, you know. So that's decent. And what else? I don't know. I can't really remember everything I did, but much was done. I think I added a few new grouped hotkeys so that I could get. I now have both bows. Yeah, see, I can go from my, and then now this is a dual wield setting right here. As you can see, there's my Orcish dagger, my Goblin War Axe, and I can go back to simply carrying the axe if I feel so inclined. Anyway, I should get rolling. The other thing, I guess, that I should make mention of that happened last episode was that I turned on this Real Vision ENB's depth of field option, and I'm kind of enjoying it. You know, I like the effect. It really, I don't know, it just draws you into the foreground when it's done right. There's one kind of downside I've noticed, is that because it's out of focus, because the background is blurred, often there are some textures that just don't render, you know, that don't seem to filter in, that don't seem to render smoothly, that are at range as they come into focus, you know. I don't know how to describe it other than by saying that. It feels like some of the textures that would otherwise be rendered and present just aren't coming in smoothly, because of the fact that they don't have to, because of this effect, you know. I'm not sure if that makes sense. I hope it does. It makes sense to me in my own little world. Anyway, we are heading to the, let's get focused, let's get into some gameplay here. We're heading to the, I think this is called the Palace of Kings. Yes, and we're going to go meet up with Ulfric, hopefully. I guess it is a little bit late. Let me check the time. 11 o'clock. Hopefully he's still holding court. He should be. He's a main faction, you know, quest giver.
Straight answer.
There we go.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
Don't be so sure of that. We've intercepted couriers from Solitude. The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure on Whiterun.
And what would you have me do?
If he's not with us, he's against us.
He knows that. They all know that.
How long are you going to wait?
You think I need to send Bolgraf a stronger message?
If by message you mean shoving a sword through his gullet.
Taking his city.
You guys should interrupt these two.
Would make a more powerful statement, don't you think?
So we're ready to start this war in earnest?
We better not. We better just wait.
Soon.
I don't want to get shouted to death. Rogod, you're in the court of Ulfric, the should-be High King. Yes, remove your hat, sir. So we'll take that off. So you can hear, it's basically Ulfric having words, well, talking war strategy with one of his generals, apparently.
I still say you should take them all out like you did dead King Torrig.
Torrig was merely a message to the other Jarls. Whoever we replace them with will need the support of our armies.
We're ready when you are.
Things hinge on Whiterun. If we can take the city without bloodshed, all the better. But if not...
The people are behind you.
Many, I fear, still need convincing.
Then let them die with their false kings.
We've been soldiers a long time. We know the price of freedom, but people are still weighing things in their hearts.
What's left of Skyrim to wager?
They have families to think of.
How many of their sons and daughters follow your banner? We are their families.
Well put, friend. Tell me, Galmar, why do you fight for me?
I'd follow you into the depths of oblivion. You know that.
Yes, but why do you fight? If not for me, what then?
I'll die before elves dictate the fates of men. Are we not one in this?
I fight for the men I've held in my arms, dying on foreign soil. I fight for their wives and children whose names I heard whispered in their last breath. I fight for we few who did come home, only to find our country full of strangers wearing familiar faces. I fight for my people, impoverished to pay the debts of an empire too weak to rule them, yet brands them criminals for wanting to rule themselves. I fight so that all the fighting I've already done hasn't been for nothing. I fight because I must.
Good lord.
Your words give voice to what we all feel, Ulfric.
I want to fight along this
That's
man's
why
side.
you will be High King. But the day words are enough will be the day when soldiers like us are no longer needed.
I would gladly retire from the world, were such a day to dawn.
Aye. But in the meantime, we have a war to plan.
See if I can interject here.
Damn Tullius. He's pocketed men in the rift. It's dangerous having Imperials skulking about on the southern border of East March.
Really? He's drawn me right into his warmongering.
The Empire's ravenous hunger for Skyrim silver makes them fierce. But rest assured, we'll win the Reach and wrest it from their greedy paws.
Good, good, good. Now, sir, Ulfric, my man, I'd like to join this fight of yours.
Only the foolish or the courageous approach a Jarl without summons.
Well, I thought I was on invite here. You know, I was at Helgen.
Ah, yes.
Thank you.
Destined for the chopping block, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, he remembers me, you know. Rogard's so happy, you know. I helped Ralof escape. He said he'd vouch for me here.
Ralof's alive?
Yes.
I hope that's true. He's a damn good man. But he hasn't returned yet. So I'll need to wait for his account.
Good.
For now, speak with Galmar. I'm always looking for able fighters. Not everyone can say they made it out of Helgen. Seems we're all branded villains these days. So long as your criminal past stays in the past.
It was a
And you
complete
fight
misunderstanding,
with honor
sir.
and integrity.
I do
We'll
fight with
welcome
honor.
you into our ranks.
Fantastic. Loving it. Galmar, my good man.
Helgen, huh? Ulfric told us quite the story. If you made it through all that, you're likely worth something to me.
Good.
Yeah, but first, tell me, why does a foreigner want to fight for Skyrim?
You know, Skyrim is my home. I was born here, chased away by some filthy, foul giants, yes.
Fair enough. But are you willing to die for your home?
I am, of course. That's why I'm here. I look forward to fighting for Skyrim, for the Stormcloaks.
All right. But before I can put you to use, I need to know how much you can take. I have a little test for you.
Good. Throw it here. I can handle anything you throw at me, Galmar.
That's what I like to hear. So long as you can back up those words with steel. I'm sending you to Serpentstone Island. If you survive, you pass. If you die, well, you weren't going to be much use to me anyway.
And what's at this island?
It's where men have tested their metal for ages. It's a strange rock formation built by the ancients. Something about that place attracts the ice wraiths. You kill an ice wraith out there, and I'll have all the proof I need about you.
You consider it done, Galmar Stonefist.
We'll see about that, won't we? Here, take this. You need it. Use it on the island. Don't lose it. That's all the help you're getting. Try not to die.
Alright, so I get a Resist Frost. Powerful one as well. Resist Frost 4 and Ice Wraith Bane. 3 of them. And I think all of that is really just... Let me see here. Ice Wraith Bane. It's all for... Oh no, this one. These cause damage. Poison damage. So, 50 points of poison damage. Alright, per shot. And of course, the Resist Frost. That's big. 50% of frost damage is negated for 60 seconds. Or resisted. Okay. So we've got some purpose moving forward. Let's take a quick look at the map here. I guess I have to do it outside. Well, I don't have to. I could have... Suppose I could have cycled through. Alright, peckish, slightly thirsty, tired, and sober. What I think I'm going to do is we will leave Whiterun. Or, sorry, we're in Windhelm. We'll leave Windhelm. I'll set up camp. You know, we'll make a little edit there. And we'll start heading north towards... What's it called? Serpent Stone Island, I think is what it's called.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire
We'll do the mission. Now, I really need to get up High Hrothgar now, and really this is acting as a test. Now, in a previous adventure, I've done, I think, two of the faction line missions for the Stormcloaks, right? So I know what to expect here when I head off to this island, and I know the next mission, but that's it. But what I think I'm going to have to do, what I want to do is I really want to head up north into the, you know, where it's really cold, where the air is really, has a real strong bite to it, a deadly bite. And I want to see if this skull armor is going to completely protect me. And of course, forgot I had taken that hat off. I better put that back on before we head out. I think I'm good to go. And and if the skull armor will protect me in those the most northern reaches of Skyrim, I would imagine I'll be able to survive the climb up High Hrothgar, you know, to the throat of the world, to the Greybeards. Because, you know what, I really need to start progressing down that storyline as well, as you can see it rising up on the horizon. And for the simple fact that after watching the effect of my shout, my foos, on the giants, have no effect. You know, it was completely useless against them. I need to start, you know, fleshing out my shout abilities, my Thoom. Is he telling me to, what did he say to me? It's a little late to be running around. Give me a break, sir. I've got shit to do. The Dovahkiin is a busy man, you know. I'm looking to climb my ranks through this Stormcloak army as well. There's much to be done and no time for rest. Oh, the other thing, let me make sure. I can't remember, but I think I did stock up on oil. Yeah, I've got a fair bit now. Okay. I guess a quick save is probably in order before we head out on the countryside. Now then, let me access the horse inventory. Let me just make sure that I'm not carrying anything I don't want at this point. I'm pretty sure everything, I had handled all of this. I guess I do have this cloak that can go. And as far as weapons go, the crossbow needs to go in there. I'm glad I stopped and did this. Now, I am carrying the Dwarven Dagger for the simple fact that if I do come across another Imperial patrol escorting a prisoner, a Stormcloak prisoner somewhere, I'm probably going to try and free him. And I'll slip him that dagger if given the opportunity. Alright, what else? Well, that should be okay. I could stock up... Oh, these eggs, they get a little hefty. I'll hold on to them for now, though. Screw it. And... I've got... why am I carrying 2 Ice Wolf pelts that I never found any use for? I'm not really sure. And some leather and stuff. So, yeah, we'll throw that on the horse. I'll hold on to the leather strips. What's that weigh in? 2.5 pounds. Okay, that's fine. Toss this. Actually, I better hold on to this just in case I do run across an appraiser. Alright, you got an eating bowl. I got a, I got a cooking pot. And where's my tankard? There it is, right there. Good. I've stocked up on a few lockpicks, I think. I think I also did that between episodes. Okay, let's hop on the horse. And I'm not going to go far here. I'm just looking for an area that I can I can set up camp. And in fact, my plan was to actually take a look at the map. And, well, what the hell? The world map, please. Thank you. Yeah, so here, this is where we're heading. It's, you know, you can't even see it right now. Yeah, that's how far north we're heading. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'll just head up. I don't want to venture too far. I'd like to set up camp around here somewhere. You know, I think I'm heading the wrong way at this point. I have to leave the vicinity of a Windhelm before I can actually set up a camp. Oh, we've got the caravans here now. Wonderful. Perhaps I could have joined them, you know, for the night. Set up camp there with them, with the Khajiit of elsewhere. Alright, there's a few different dwellings out here. What was that called? Frostfall Farm or something like that. Oh, the other thing I did was I added one more mod into this collection. I'll probably add it to the list in the description. It's called Immersive Fallen Logs. It's a minor little mod. Adds different fallen trees, you know, usually across water, I think. Haven't really taken much of a look at it. But I would imagine, you know, I'll start taking notice of it. I didn't want to, you know what, I'd love to add more mods on the fly. But I don't want to add something and then, you know, completely mess up the current game, the current build and all that, you know. So maybe for another playthrough at some future point in time, we'll see. Okay, I think this is probably a good spot. I think I'm going to set up camp here. All right. Good morning, everybody. Actually, it's I don't know, middle of the day at this point. I spent a little bit of time, middle of the night, scrounging for some firewood. You know, chopping up a new batch. I think it's good to have. You know, have it the ready because it takes roughly. I think it's about an hour every time I want to harvest a little bit of wood. I'm pretty sure an hour goes by. So that time, you know, if you're freezing to death somewhere. And you have to spend an hour harvesting firewood just to build a fire. That could end up costing you your life. Do you know what I mean? So, anyway, I'll toss the firewood on the horse, and I think we'll set out. Nice looking day as it stands. You know, we're good to push forward here. Got Windhelm in the distance. And one last look at the map here. Now, I'm thinking to myself, you know, we are approaching... You know what? I'm kind of kicking myself now. I'm thinking to myself, I know where we're heading. I've never been out here with Frostfall activated. And I have to cross water, and that could prove extremely difficult. I'm thinking I may be best to... Now, there are little ice... I don't know what you'd call them exactly. There's some ice. Broken ice in the sea here that I can walk on over the water, but I don't know if it extends all the way to this island. So I may be my best route may be on this side of the water. I may push up a little bit this way though. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Oh, we've got some hawks circling. I know I was getting a little low on hawk feathers. I may have to dismount here. Oh, we got a bristleback right in here as well. Get the jump on him. Get a couple arrows his way before he even realizes what's happening. Move it, horsey! There you go, sir. There you go. What is that? Oh, shite. Alright, let me put the bow away. I'm gonna have to come off the back of this horse. I'm gonna hide the horse away in the bush here. Try and deal with this bristleback. Where did he go now? There he is. I don't know, I think perhaps he spotted the dragon as well. I don't know if the dragon has spotted me yet, though. Die, bristleback! Alright, where's that dragon? There he is. get this boar sliced and diced here as quickly as possible. I don't know if I'm ready to go dealing with a dragon on my own just yet. I don't know. Only time will tell, you know. Let me get a quick save in. I'm feeling a measure of safety in this this little collection of this growth of trees here. Now, what I'm looking for right now is to take down a hawk, you know. It's a tough shot. Dang it! Alright. Wait for him to close back in this way. I'm pretty sure there are a couple of circling. One is right overhead as well. He's a good distance off. That's not the one I'm looking for. There we go. There's the one I initially saw. Look at that. That would have been a beauty shot, eh? Completely blind. Oh, that should have been money right there. No, I'm being denied. I'm going through arrows like crazy as well. This may not be worth it. Looks like the dragon's gone on his way, though. There we go. Oh, they're piling up for me, too. Can I get a second one? No. Move in for this one, though. What do we have here now? What do we have here? Ingle buried, or what did that say? The Ingle barrow discovered. Oh, look at these guys. Yeah, right. You're right. Like I'm touching anything on that altar there. One of those suckers is bound to awaken. You know, should I head in here? Oh no. A berserker. Oh no, there's a mage. Got a skeleton white berserker. Oh my. What? Are you shitting me? Just like that? Just like that? It's like the Draugr Overlord of Death all over again. One shout and that's it. Alright, well, did I deal with the bristleback? Yeah, I think I did. At this point. Looking for that hawk, if I can spot him. Okay, there's the one. I don't want to waste too much time here just trying to shoot down a hawk again. That's a good shot right there. Beautiful. Alright, I'm gonna head over to this barrow here. I don't know what to do. I'd like to get it discovered. It's maybe too difficult for me to try and accomplish at this point in time. Oh, they're not spawning this time. Look at that. That's odd. Well, I don't know. Maybe I should just head on my way. Oh no, here they come. Boost! Now he hit me with that big blast last time. He calls in. Does he summon him? I'm not really sure. I gotta watch out for that shit right there. That's a killer and a half. Get out of here, mage. Oh no, I'm getting hung up on a rock. Oh, get out of there. A couple of health potions in. No, okay. They both rose up out of the earth. And a flame Atronach's been called in as well, been summoned. Oh, wow. And what the hell is this now? Chasing me down like that, you punk. I may have to seek refuge here in the barrow. Damn. Just outmatched right now. I'm not sure if this was a wise choice or not. All right. Oh, what's going on with my health potions now? All right, let me get that hotkeyed. What is that now? What is this thing? Is it gonna do something to me? Get out of here! Oh, Rogard, he hates the magic. Especially when it's all dancing around like that in orb form. Alright, I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. Alright, well, we might as well inspect. Hopefully the horse is okay out there. We got another one of these things skipping around. I could have sworn I just heard something growling. I'm not sure, though. That was the wrong. Go back to my short bow. We'll very carefully pursue here. Well, get a quick save in. I think we're probably getting a little long on time here, with the episode. I've got some sort of puzzle that needs solving here. Obviously, as soon as I saw that, I better be careful about pulling that lever. All right. Let's inspect this what would that say? Dead soldier? Dead scholar? He's got an amethyst on him. Nords arise. And notes on Ingle's Barrow. Yes. That's certainly worth grabbing, I would imagine. And this Nords arise, I think I'll grab that as well. And I don't know, I think maybe I'll wrap it here. I'll spend a little time studying the book. And try and figure out if I would imagine the book is going to give me some sort of clue as to the proper combination here, you know. So, people, thanks for stopping. Whoa, that was kind of bad. All right, thanks for stopping by, tuning in, and checking this one out. I hope you enjoyed it. We didn't get much done, you know. Did a little camping. We progressed down. You know, we've opened up this Stormcloak faction quest line. We're gonna become this is gonna play a major part of this playthrough. We got chased in here. Amazingly, we didn't get chased in here by a dragon. We got chased in here by a couple of skeletons, which they posed quite a threat out there as well. So I'm almost worried that I've wandered into a very difficult barrow, and this could be. I may have to leave as quickly as I entered. Anyway, again, thanks for stopping by, tuning in, and checking this out. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll thumb it. I hope you will be back to see, well, how this goes, how my trek through this dungeon goes. But until then, remember why it hurts. Later, all.